Hey guys, welcome to Money Machine again. My name is Renzo Riolajuwon. It's been a long break, but here I come with a better news. Alright, so I'm going to be talking about how to earn $100 in 3 days from Airtm as a cashier without risk. And I'm saying this with all confidence that you don't have risk. So let's get started. This is my account, this is my balance, this is what I've earned over the month. I earn within $500 to $2,000 monthly from Airtm, and that's how it works. So what Airtm does is a P2P platform. We have various P2P platforms in the crypto network, like we have Binance and all of that. You can trade on spot, you can trade on futures, you can trade on P2P and all marginal and invest like that. But when it comes to the P2P on Airtm, it is a different ball game because they give the cashiers commission and the company in its own commission for each transaction. It is a static commission, meaning that when a transaction is created, the cashier accepting the transaction has its own cut in percentage within 0.7% to maybe 6%. And in some transactions, like the Amazon gift cards, about 40% profit when it is on ad request. So you have the ability to earn more, okay, as a cashier. So let's dive in further. So when you earn that amount of money, you have it in your account as your own. So at the end of the month, they send to you an email that shows you the numbers of transactions you accept and the amount of commissions you earn, so that you can also see what you've done in that month. So the numbers of transactions you accept will determine the amount of commissions you will earn. And I have really earned. You can see my receipt. So let's go further. Now, one of the things you must note is there are various payment methods. There are about 500 payment methods. And a cashier may be permitted to handle one or two or more payment methods, so that cashier can earn from that payment method. So it is not opened to all, as in when you come, you don't have the 500 like that. And then when you come in, you have to create or put in the new payment method. For instance, the Nigeria Naira. The Nigerian Naira is called Nigeria Bank NGN or Nigeria Bank USD, for instance. So when you create with this, you now do some transactions on it. There are two things that will allow the company accept you to be a cashier. One, the numbers of transactions you have done. Secondly, the ratings from those transactions. Sometimes when people do transactions and they want to be cashiers, they write to the cashiers who accepted those transactions to rate them 5 stars, because your rating will determine if the company will accept you as a cashier or they will not accept you as a cashier. So that is that about cashier. All right, so we'll still go back to it, but we have to press forward to safety. All right, like I said, there is no risk. The reason why I said there is no risk is that you don't lose your money being a cashier. You make more money. But now, here are some things that people do, and it is not the fault of the platform, it is the fault of the person trading. For instance, you come across a peer who is asking you to go outside the platform to trade outside the platform. That is a red flag. Do not leave the platform to trade outside the platform. Do not leave the platform to trade outside the platform. And secondly, some persons say, I've done some transactions. When I add, I gain money, but when I withdraw, I lose money. Okay, this is the real issue. When you initiate a transaction to add, you remember that I said earlier that the cashier and the company gains commission. Okay, so now when you are being put in as a cashier, what you have to do is to go to the I am a cashier and accept transactions, peer requests from there, and so you earn. most times people do the add request. They accept the add request, pay to the persons, and get the USDC into their wallet. Instead of staying patient enough to withdraw through that same means, they then go and withdraw through their bank through the same payment method that they used to add, therefore losing money. Because in this scenario, when you request a withdrawal, the cashier will accept that money within, the AirTM company will also in. So instead, what you do is to stay there and then accept withdrawal request. When it is a withdrawal request, it means that the peer is trying to add USDC to his own wallet, and then he makes the request, and then you accept. You will make money. All right, the rate is between 0.7% to sometimes 60%, depending on the payment method that the cashier will in. All right, so I think I've answered that question. So when you are a cashier, what you do is to accept both add and withdrawal requests to make money. That is where you get the fullness of it. Something like PayPal, when you are adding, it is about 12% profit when you are withdrawing. 12% profit when you are withdrawing. Okay, the money gets to your bank, to your PayPal account. But when you are adding, it is 1-to-1. Okay, 1-to-1. So you just need to understand the dynamism about it, and then you begin to aim. Okay, so now how do I get started? Now there are few things you must note. First, like I said, you must have an ATM account. Create an ATM account and use my link to create an ATM account for some other benefits, and I can also help you with ratings depending on your payment method. Then, so when you've created that account, add the payment method to your account, the payment method you want to use, be it MTN Nigeria, be it OPay, be it Nigeria Bank, be it USA Bank account. My friends are from, most persons here are from India. You can use India, you can use your Kenyan bank or your M-Pesa. Right, so when you use these payment methods, you then create transactions. You have to create transactions. Then you do that transactions and you ask the cashier to rate you 5 stars. So when the cashier rates you 5 stars and you do some transactions, maybe 4 or 5 times, sometimes it's not 5 times, sometimes about 10 times, like that, you get the cashier notification that you have become a cashier for so payment method, and then you start trading. Lest I forget, your account must be verified. Your account must be verified, and you must leave the account verified for 3 days, at least 72 hours before your account will become, you can become a cashier in that payment method. Nevertheless, I'm going to show you something now. It's the marketplace where you check which payment method is opened right now and what is the minimum transactions you need to perform with a 5-star rating to become a cashier in that payment method. So you can see them here, about hundreds like that, and you see the commissions in. And Western Union is one of the payment method that seems to me to have many transactions, and there are no cashier for it. It's a good way to make money, and the commission is high. And I don't know how to use it. I'm a Nigerian. I don't know how to use the Western Union correctly. So I feel that is one way you can, one payment method that needs people right now. So you go through the list and check them. Yeah. And so you will in. And so, guys, I believe I've answered some of our questions about this. If you have any questions, again, put them in the comment section. I'll be readily available to answer all of your questions. And somebody will say, is ATM legit or a scam? Oh boy, I have done over 27,000 transactions on ATM. I've been there since 2021 and I'm still there. and they are USA based company. They are registered. Don't. So it is legit. It is legit. And yeah, so if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. My next video, I'll be talking about some other ways to make money all over the world. Kenya and Uganda, I have good news for you. See you.